Okay, so this is my presentation on the Egyptian culture, and these are some of my coworkers. Alright, so I decided to do a presentation on the Egyptian culture to expand awareness on the Egyptian culture by taking a look at their values, experiences in America, reviewing some of their do's and taboos, examine some of their verbal and non-communication techniques they practice, and give you an overview of what effective communication looks like in this culture. Some of their values include family, friends, and hospitality. Family time is very important to the Egyptian culture. It isn't uncommon for these families to know and be close with their third and fourth cousins. And leading into that, they consider friends family. When we have acquaintances here, we don't often consider them our friends, but there they either have best friends or strangers. Because these relationships are so close, they often have large family gatherings. These gatherings include a lot of people, and hospitality is very important to them. There's a ton of food prepared, and it's considered proper to always show above and beyond appreciation for the meals. Some of the experiences that this group has had in the United States is what we're going to take a look at next. I chose to interview one of my coworkers, Dr. Al-Haraki, who is an Egyptian native and is now practicing as an OBGYN doctor here in Wisconsin. When asked to expand on his experience here, he said, "It depends on the state and level of education. If people are really interested in understanding my culture, I am rarely met with blatant racism. Personally, I've had great experiences, and I love the idea of the American dream." He then went on to explain how in Egypt, your success is based on your family's social economic status. If you weren't born into a prosperous family, your chances of success in life were slim compared to those who were born in wealth. He loves that we're taught at a young age that if you work hard and put your mind to something, you can achieve anything you put your mind to. Alright, now let's take a look at achievements within this culture. This includes the first civilization. Civilization of Egypt was one of the earliest in history, around 3000 BC. The calendar was also a great achievement. Calendar is one of their most amazing achievements. Calendar was invented so that they would know what time of the year the Nile River was going to flood. And the calendar isn't much different than ours. We both have 365 days and 12 months in a year. It wasn't easy making this calendar, and Egyptians had to use astronomy to set up the calendar, to track the moon and the stars to get the right information. Pyramids were also a great achievement. These were used as tombs for the pharaohs and other important leaders at this time. These works held valuable artifacts, statues, jewels, furniture that were important to those who had passed. And medicine was also a great achievement. The earliest known surgery was developed by Imhotep. Imhotep was an Egyptian polymath. A polymath is a person who is considered an expert in many areas of learning. He was also a priest, a poet, a physician, a mathematician, astronomer, and architect. Moving on to do's and taboos. Do's, hospitality, work ethic, and football. We already touched base a little bit on hospitality, but I wanted to dig a little deeper. When dining, it is important to leave a small amount of food on your plate when you have finished eating, otherwise they'll assume you want seconds or thirds. It's considered a sincere compliment to take multiple servings. So eat a lot, but be sure not to eat with your left hand. This is a taboo. It's often viewed as uncleanly to eat with your left hand. Another do is always offering to help. You're expected to drop everything you're doing to help your friends and family, no matter what, even if you don't want to. And Egyptians love football, but football is considered soccer to them, so don't be confused if they ask you to a pickup game. They are expecting you to show up with a soccer ball and cleats, not a football and pads. Other taboos include abstaining from alcohol and pork. This taboo is based off religion, but isn't practiced as much today. And lastly, Egyptians say yes, but it might have a different meaning than what you've expected. To them, it means God willing. Dr. Al-Haraki stated that parents will often say this to their children, and it's comparable to our parents saying maybe, which usually means no. All right, on to verbal and non-verbal communication. The Egyptian culture is very exaggerated and animated. It's not uncommon for them to talk loudly and with their hands to express themselves. The Egyptians are very passionate in their way of articulating their words. They may come across as aggressive due to the way they speak, but this is just the way the Egyptians convey their message. Dr. Al-Haraki quoted that often in college, my roommates would hear me talk to my family and assume we were fighting. They'd ask if everything was all right when our conversation ended. I had to explain to them that we talk fast and the nature of our Arabic language can come off harsh in conversation, even though it may be positive. So important points in communicating. Respect and equality are important to the Egyptian culture. To communicate effectively with someone with an Egyptian upbringing, especially in America, it's important to remember they come from different backgrounds, but they are just like us. They want to be treated how you would like to be treated. Different treatment brings on feelings of difference and can be uncomfortable and intimidating when faced with questions about politics and religion. It can make them uncomfortable when asked inappropriate questions like, what do you think about the Boston bombing? And what are your thoughts on ISIS? How would you feel if somebody thought something was relevant to you based on your race? Just be sure to keep an open mind and show respect. So that's my presentation. Are there any questions? Great. Thank you.
Thank you.